In 1981, a unique event occurred in military history. A country assessed its defense needs, made an international arms purchase, but it was their main adversary who ended up receiving the order. The SK-105 Cuirassier tank destroyers, currently in service with the Argentine army, were actually requested by Chile from Austria in 1980. However, internal politics intervened, halting the sale, and Argentina seized the opportunity to acquire the entire batch. Ironically, Chile, which sought to strengthen its defenses to deter an Argentine invasion, ended up seeing those same tanks on the other side of the border, ready to face them. In the 1970s, relations between Argentina and Chile were strained to the breaking point, largely due to territorial disputes like the infamous Beagle Channel conflict, which reached a critical moment in 1978. Faced with the growing possibility of armed conflict, Chile sought to strengthen its military presence in Southern Patagonia. Chilean military experts studied the rugged terrain, assessed their defense needs, and identified a solution. They signed a deal with Austria's Steyr company to purchase 100 SK-105 Cuirassier light tanks. These tanks were seen as the ideal choice to bolster Chile's defenses in the region. This strategic move, however, would soon take an unexpected turn. The SK-105 tanks were a perfect match for the harsh conditions of the Southern Magallanes region. Light and agile, their tracks provided excellent traction in snowy terrain. Armed with a 105mm auto-loading cannon and featuring a unique oscillating turret, perfect for mountainous landscapes, they were exactly what Chilean military strategists had dreamed of. These tanks offered the mobility, firepower, and adaptability needed to defend the remote and challenging terrain of Patagonia. However, Chile faced international sanctions in the 1970s and 80s due to human rights violations. When the tank order was ready for delivery, Chilean exiles and socialist opposition groups pressured the Austrian government to cancel the deal. The mounting political pressure became too much to ignore, and Austria ultimately relented. The entire shipment was placed in storage, and the transaction was cancelled, leaving Chile without the tanks it had counted on to bolster its defenses. Wasting no time, intelligence officers from Argentina worked behind the scenes to secure the tanks. Through discreet negotiations and an offer to pay a higher price, they convinced Austrian officials to sell an even larger batch to the Argentine army. With Steyr facing economic pressure and not wanting to repeat the previous mistake, Austria agreed to the deal. The decision sparked protests at the Steyr plant, with some demonstrations turning violent as the tanks were loaded and shipped off to Argentina. Today, these tanks are in active service with the 11th Armored Cavalry Reconnaissance Squadron, Colonel Juan Pascual Pringles, based in Rospentec, Ike. They belong to the 11th Tank Cavalry Regiment, headquartered in Puerto Santa Cruz. Ironically, they are stationed directly across the border from where Chilean officials once envisioned them back when they placed the original order. It stands as a remarkable and largely unrecorded example of mastering an adversary, without a shot being fired.
For more stories, visit the Argentine Warfare Journal, part of the Fuerzas de Defensa de la República Argentina website. Follow us on Facebook and check out our blog. Give us a like and subscribe for more content.